They've been texting me all week. Just let me be. What? Sorry.
You're fine.
Hello. I won't change my life. I just
You know that's what she did on the recording.
But why would you do it like that? Is the question.
What she did.
But why would it happen
She said,
like that?
fine. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Here we are. Welcome to the live. Today is a little bit of a rare live, an interesting live, because I have a sibling of mine here.
Why she look at me like that?
This is my younger sister.
Mm-hmm.
What's your at name?
It's at Jalen Hope. JLYN Hope.
JLYN Hope.
I
This
think
is
it's
Jalen,
JLYN
everybody.
period Hope.
Jalen
Okay.
period Hope.
You can't even tag me?
How? I'm live.
I
don't know. Can you tag people live? I don't know how that works. I just be on here vibing on my own usually. Interact. Whoa.
Stop pushing buttons. Go back now.
Like you can, there's like an add guest button, but I mean like you right next to me, so that doesn't really benefit us, not does it?
I guess there's nothing we can do.
These niggas weak. They've been texting me all week. Just let me be. Well, I could comment.
Oh, okay.
At. Then can you like pin it? How does that work? Jalen. Period Hope.
Yes, I think.
Period Hope. Is it like a 5 or anything?
No.
You always put a 5 on something.
Well, that's the best number in the world.
I mean, that's an opinion.
Your mama is an opinion.
Your daddy an opinion, nigga. Alright, y'all. So here we are. We here again. Well, again, I'm here again. She here for the first time. This is my little sister. Annoying is what she does.
Oh.
You mean 7? I mean, that's a choice.
I mean, that's a lie, but thank you for your input. Anytime.
I would say 4, but that's just me.
Which is also a lie.
Beyonce is never wrong. So. Yeah, you ain't gonna disrespect Beyonce online. That's what I thought. Okay, but
I want you to know though, Beyonce is your strongest defense.
And that's a strong defense. Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
What a friend we have in Beyonce.
What a friend we have in Beyonce.
I sent and preached today. Oh, what a privilege to Beyonce on her tour with her blonde hair.
Please get off my line, for real. But anyway, we just vibing. At first, I was gonna do like a regular, like the show, like we do every morning with a subject. But honestly, I don't trust that she's gonna stay on the topic or be hinged.
She didn't even try. She didn't even try.
Oh my God. Well, what do y'all want to talk about? Because there's no way that this is going to be good. I came in at the right time. This is your type of carrying on. What's so funny is because, so she's the saved aunt. Her and Jesus, you know, whatever they... And I believe in Jesus, but I'm a city girl. So it's like, you know, we all have accepted our role. Mm-hmm. And that's okay.
It's the city on a hill.
City on a hill.
It's a city on our knees. In prayer. Oh!
Go to hell. Yeah, no, I just, you know, we all got our thing. We all got our thing. I look like a bum. Look at this hoodie and whatnot. Hellcats, that's our thing. Come on, somebody. Oh my God. Do not. Let's not. Let's not, for real. For real. Christ. Oh, shut up. Like, oh, they gave us a subject. Monogamy.
Monogamy. Wow. Okay.
Heavy stuff. Okay, so monogamy. What do we nog?
We not gummies.
You're so annoying. Okay.
She just said, what do we nog?
Okay, so monogamy. What are your thoughts on monogamy? Monogamy obviously is like the belief that like two people belong in a relationship with just them two, as opposed to like polyamory, where you have more people in a relationship. Are you monogamous or polyamorous?
I am monogamous.
I too am monogamous. Are we meant to be with one person? Personally, what do you think about that?
That is a great question. I am of the belief that you are. There is a person that is meant for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it may not necessarily be someone you're supposed to marry. It may not necessarily be someone you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with. You can align with many different people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was her name? She was in TLC, and she found out she had a whole lot in common with Tupac.
Chili?
Was it Chili?
Left Eye.
I don't know.
Left Eye the one who did it.
Oh. Well, one of them. She found out that even down to some of the things in their cabinets they had in common, but they just didn't work out as people, like in a relationship. I do believe you'll come in contact with a lot of people that you have a very almost divine connection with. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you're meant for one person, because the assumption that we're meant to be with somebody sounds like it's exclusively marriage, which is very Christian, which is very religiously motivated. That's all I have.
Personally, I don't have an intellectual answer for that. I am unhinged, and I dare a man to do something if we agree to be in a monogamous relationship together. That's back to the point. If I dare to do something that is outside of the confines of us two. That's all I got. And it ain't intellectual. I totally understand all of the backstory. I totally understand all the ADD religious backing. But I am crazy and I be tripping. And that's all I got. You know, that's all I got. I'm meant to be with one person. Everybody got a different thing. I do kind of respect people who are polyamorous. The only problem is I only really see it, except for in the rare case of I have a friend who is like she's one woman with multiple male partners. I only really see it where there's a man who has multiple female partners, and he's using all of them for one thing or another, and none of them actually feel fulfilled. He convinced a bunch of people who had low self-esteem to be with him because he is low. That's what it is. He's low, they have low self-esteem. So they all go together. I hope a braid just fly. But that's it. Honestly, for me. What's next, y'all? What's next? Monogamy.
Where did you find a microphone? I want one.
This is a remote.
But we know what you're using it for.
This has been Monogamy with Jalen Hope and Aricia Grace. Next!
Wish there was a way
to come back homeward.
Wish there was a way.
Do y'all see what I gotta deal with? This has been my life. And, you know, our parents made a lot of interesting decisions in their lifetime. And the decision to continue on after me is something that I don't even know if it was really necessary. You know, it just, is that Nisha? Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Yeah, no, we could have just stopped. End of the road.
Then you wouldn't have a twin. You hesitated.
Side eye. Okay, what's the next thing? Next subject. What do we want to talk about?
Criminal offenses.
Criminal offenses.
criminal offensive side eye.
But do we want to
Bombastic
talk about criminal
side-eye.
offenses?
Criminal offenses. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like we've been accidentally incriminated somebody, and let's not. Moving on. Moving right along. So again, monogamy, right? Mm-hmm. Could you ever see yourself in a polyamorous relationship?
No.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. And why is that?
Cause why? First of all, I feel like we're human,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know that I believe that in polyamorous relationships you're not fighting for someone's affection.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I believe as humans we struggle to meet each other's needs person to person when there's just two of us.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine that every person's needs are being met, and if they are, I feel like somebody's lying. I don't know. And I'm sorry, and maybe I have a myopic perspective on the issue,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I feel like somebody's needs are not being met.
I like my myopic perspective, and I will not bend on it. You know, it just is what it is. Also, because before y'all start asking, we are sisters. She is younger. She is a Libra. I am a Taurus. Okay.
Libra gang.
Anyway.
She just mad. That's okay.
Anyway. I got the talking stick.
I never got it.
Okay.
My talking
But anyway. Okay, period. Taurus. Okay, but anyway. The point is. T.
Legends.
Nigga. Okay, anyway. Period.
The
Oh, okay.
disrespect.
I live with that. I'm okay with my myopia. I don't think I was made to be with more than one person. It's never been on my brain. Also, I told y'all, I'm crazy and I be tripping. But also, on top of that,
Did she say Venusians?
Mhm.
Like
the planet.
why wouldn't they call it like a Venusarian? I feel like Venusian is an interesting
Do you
word.
know that we talk about words all the time? About how, like, the plural of words, they chose wrong? Like, the plural of squid should be squad.
Mm-hmm.
And I know y'all finna, like, get to, like, doing the most. Because I went on for so long about this. But squids is so ugly.
Yeah.
Octopussies.
I thought it was octopuses. Or octopi.
It should be octopi.
Octopi does make more sense.
Like, it's so stupid.
Squee!
Squy.
Why?
Squids, squy. That's so ugly. But anyway,
Right.
we was talking about monogamy.
Like oxen.
Personally, hello. Thank you. All right, but yeah, I can't do it. I could never do it. And then the one, I don't even know if I like. I mean, this might be a toxic trait, but I don't think that I like it when a man isn't jealous. And it's probably a toxic trait. It sounds like a toxic trait, but it's like don't think I could deal with a man who was just 100% like chill about everything.
I've been in environments and situations where the expectation was that I was jealous.
Love your glasses.
Thank you. I've been in situations where the expectation was that I was jealous, like that I needed to be, and I was like, absolutely not. It doesn't seem necessary to me, because I feel like jealousy, on some level, in my mind, feels like an indication that I don't trust you. But if we're in a relationship, I don't have anything to be jealous of, because I know who you're going home with, right? So it feels like, and he knows, or they know who I'm going home with, you know? So it feels like when a person is jealous of who you're talking to or who they're communicating with, it feels like it's more of a problem for them than it is for me.
Then it's a problem for me.
Ooh.
I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. And that man looked at me wrong, knock his block off. That sounds really, really toxic.
I can't do the nonchalant, too cool for school stuff.
Yeah, I can't
Expound. I don't know.
Like, so we talk a lot about like nonchalant men, and in comparison, usually to like what people are calling like a sassy man, like a man who definitely voices his emotions constantly. And personally, I couldn't deal with it. The like, okay, well that's okay, and that's okay, and that guy, it doesn't matter.
I think it's in the eye of the beholder, but I also think it's subject to change.
Nisha said there needs to be a healthy medium. For me, I feel like it's the same. Like, it can't be obsessive. Like, you can't wear that. You got me messed up. That would never be me. As soon as it moves from like, I want you to do this, or I would like it if you did this, to you gotta do that. And that could be a Taurus thing. As soon as you tell me what to do, it's like, you got me messed up. And actually, let's square up about it. But
can I give an example?
Yes.
Okay, so 2 different things. One, I was in a situation where someone pretended to be on the phone with someone else in front of me because they wanted me to be angry that they were scheduling a date that we were supposed to have with someone else, and I did not care, and I left the environment.
And I find that so very weird.
And I mentioned it later, and I said, I feel like you wanted a rise out of me, and you did not get it, and you won't.
Like, for that specifically, though, you know? Like, that situation, that is the quickest way to get you played. Like, just because of the fact that, like, you're pretending to do something to make me jealous. I think you're ahead of, you know what I mean? I think you're actually really embarrassing. Mm-hmm. And now I think you're a cheese ball, and we might as well separate anyway. You know what I mean?
But I've also been in a situation where someone came to me.
Exactly, it's manipulative.
Right. Where someone came to me and said, hey, so there's this person that I was talking to on this app. They called me. We were supposed to hang out today. And they told me that I should still come over. But they said, like, usually at this time of night, I've been drinking, so I am a little frisky. And I'm like, so you still gonna go? If 2 + 2 is 4.
But that's the thing. That relationship, I mean, not to put your personal business on the internet, but that relationship, you should have been go.
Understandable. But the point is, like, when you say there's a balance, and I think we avert jealousy with clarity. If there are things that weren't made clear to you before, absolutely I'm going to be concerned about them. But I need to make it abundantly clear to you what the things I expect from you are, how I expect you to operate with other people, how I expect you to talk about me. Mm-hmm. One thing I do believe, I don't know that I believe in being jealous I don't believe in being jealous, but I do believe that if 24 hours have gone by and y'all haven't even mentioned each other, that bothers me. Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that that's a jealousy thing. I don't. I think that if y'all together, nigga, you need to make sure that I'm alive at a bare minimum. Like, it's been 24 hours. Going 24 hours is the quickest way to never hear from me again. Let's go 48. Let's go 72. You know, let's just go. You know, like I can't. That specifically, I can. I don't think that that's a jealousy thing at all. Especially if y'all are supposed to be locked in. You know, 24 whole hours. Right, I could be dead. You'll never hear from me again. Mm. Especially with how easy it is to text. Like, before you walk out, just like, hey, I'm gonna be busy today, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. Now we're good.
Right.
That's one text that cleared up 24 hours for you. I couldn't do that. Do you have any, like, weird, I don't know, relationship rules?
Rules? I don't think so. Do you?
I don't know if any of them are weird. I don't think that my expectations are that hard. I really don't. I try really, really hard to let people be them. You know, what is it? That DMX quote that's like, trust everybody to be themselves and trust in your ability to see them well. Like, trust them to be them, but know them when you see them. I don't tell men or anybody, you know, whatever, what I want or what I expect of them or not anything like that until we locked in.
Are you okay?
Get over me. But anyway, like, I don't do none of that. It's I just want you to be you, and I get to see after, you know, watching you be you, if I want to walk beside you, if I'm okay with who you are, basically, and that's it, you know. But
I think I was thinking about Maya Angelou's quote: "When someone tells you who they are, believe them." Mm-hmm. But people always stop there. The rest of the quote is, "When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time." Mm-hmm. And that's a very shut up. That's a very important distinction.
I get hit with this weave one more time, y'all. Y'all gonna see a fight on this couch.
It was an accident. I'm sorry. But that's a very important distinction, because it's one thing to believe them, but you can believe them and still be there. Shift your eyebrows one more time.
Not to put your personal business on there, but but anyway, I was going to say, I really, really like to let people be themselves for a while, just to see. And I watch and I go, okay, cool. And I think that is like the least manipulative, you can't change anybody. You can't make them do anything that you want them to. I
can't say nobody.
You know what I mean? Or whatever. So it's just like, I just want to watch you be you. And then I decide if I can be me next to you. But besides that, it just, ain't no other way to do it. It's all about self-respect. Hello? Would you ever be poly? We just talked about that and both of us said hard no. Mm-hmm. It's not just not who we are.
Almost doesn't count.
Almost made you love me. Almost made you cry. Almost made you happy, babe. Did I? All right. If you tell them what you want, they'll decide. Exactly.
Tell them what you want, what you really want.
They'll just act like what you asked them to do. And that is the least effective way to go about dating. Like the least effective way. But yeah. But also, if I know that I'm a jealous person, if I know I'm not naturally polyamorous, if I know I can't deal with you being with this person and that person and me having to like watch it and be okay with it, why would I get into a polyamorous relationship? And that's the thing. I think that a lot of polyamorous relationships fail because of the fact that they knew they weren't polyamorous, but they wanted. Some women will just, the things that they would do for a piece of a man. It's so very embarrassing. Like, I mean, and again, not to like crap on nobody's journey, because at the same time, like everybody got their own journey and they got to get to the point where they like are okay with accepting only what they want. But the polyamorous relationships I've seen in front of me that have failed have been like, you knew you wanted him and you knew you wanted him and y'all wanted y'all two to be locked in, but you settled for, I'm gonna have him and I'm gonna know that he with, or I'm gonna know, you know what I mean, because I still want to be with him. You're never going to convert a already established, the polyamorous relationship into a single, like a one-on-one relationship. And if you do, he's not going to be fulfilled and you're going to still be looking stupid because it's not what he wanted. It doesn't make sense. You can't change anybody or make them be what you want them to.
Right.
Or I think a lot of people think they can change. Exactly. Think you can change a man. And it's like, you're not that special. And that sounds really, really mean, but you are not special. I think there's something really, really powerful about learning what power you don't have. You know what I mean? You are not powerful enough to change a man. You are not strong enough. You are not God. You are not, like Kendrick Lamar. He does this thing where he was like, I can do this, la 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 la, and I can la la la, but I am not your savior. I am not your savior. And there's there's a whole lot of power in knowing I can't do that. So let me go work on and control something that I can.
Sure can.
But that's what it is. It's like, it's ridiculous.
For sure, you're right on.
Like, you can, for sure you're right on?
For
sure you're right on, okay? Trying to change a man. 0 out of 10 stars. Like, you can't, like, no. For sure you're right on. For sure you're wrong. Hello? Always. Anyway. See, one thing about niggas, every time they get the chance, they gonna nig. This is the most nigginest, like, oh my God. It's so annoying. I've never met anyone more annoying. You just popped up on my For You page. What's up? What's up? We just vibing. People keep asking us questions about relationships. Like, we have successful relationships or something. Like, here we are. Both. I don't know. They're. Anyway, what's next? What y'all want to talk about?
What's next is all anyone needs to begin.
I'm a very, I've become a coaches don't play person. Like, people come to me for advice constantly about relationships. And I be spitting. But I'm like, okay, I've been spitting because of my, ability to observe human pattern. Not because my previous, display of positive relationships. Right. I don't know. Last thing I saw was you defending Drake. Oh, Lord. Yeah. I'll be doing that. It's a huge problem. I gotta recover. A lot of women have been groomed to think that they're Disney princesses, though. What does that have to do with anything? The way you dissected timeline. Oh, thank you.
A lot of women have been groomed to.
So I'm going to. We're going to. Let's take that. Let's take that a different way because I don't know what tone they said that in.
Understandable.
Let's take it the way in that they think that they're going to like meet this perfect Prince Charming dude that has everything together before you get when you get to him.
Understandable.
Because we know, even though we know, like especially like the church environment and society, which has kind of been driven by church standards and whatnot.
Yes.
Enforces one thing. Like real life is not necessarily that way.
Yes.
I think that there are a whole lot of different like simple terms like soul ties and soul mates and whatnot that have made a lot of women think that there's one person that you're supposed to be with. And you're just supposed to make it work with that one person. Now, I'm not polyamorous, but what I can say is I definitely, when I was more indoctrinated, was like prone to staying way past when I should have left. But it's because of the fact that you're convinced that like this is going to be my person. I feel this way, or I feel some way about them, and this is going to be my person, so I'm going to make it work with that person. You know what I mean? As opposed to when this thing stops serving me, I'm going to head out. You know what I mean?
I think I don't know that.
Okay, so they said that they meant like in the sense of like Belle and Beauty and the Beast, like you thinking like I'm going to transform this man into something. He's a this thing, but I can be with him and I'm special and I'm going to change him into something that I want him to be. You know what I mean?
Yes. But here's a thought. The story of Beauty and the Beast lacks in trauma-informed care.
Woo! Okay, let's talk about Stockholm Syndrome. Because that's completely different. That's grooming.
First of all, where are his parents?
Hello?
If he's 21, he lost when he did this, when the witch put him under that spell, because the movie says that they've been like that for 10 years. He was 11. That is a grown man-child.
A child.
He was a child. He is a man-child, and he's a beast. He is a hyper-aggressive who has not had the ability, capacity, tools, knowledge to confront any of the trauma he experienced. And given that his parents are not there, I think it's safe to assume he's an orphan.
But also, in addition to that, he's been put in charge of grown people.
He's been put in charge of grown people. And we all know that when a child isn't allowed to be an adult, they maintain child status as an adult.
When a child is forced to be an adult.
When a child is forced to be an adult, when they become an adult, they behave like a child. That's a better way to say that.
Because they didn't get to resolve anything.
So first, Belle goes in, and naturally she starts raising him.
It's my little sister, y'all.
I'm sorry.
All right, continue.
I'm sorry.
Continue.
She starts raising him, naturally. And so the first argument they have is that he says to her, you should have never been in that room. And she responds, well, you should have controlled your temper. Which is gaslighting because he did give her specific instructions. That was the only part of the palace she wasn't allowed to be in.
I love so much that we have a specific kind of media that we're like, okay, let me defend this. Because we just did this a couple nights ago with me and Twilight. Mm-hmm. Because I'm very passionate about the issues in Twilight, but continue.
But no, it was a very specific room that she wasn't allowed to be in. So that isn't really a proportional response to that. Yes, she should not have been in there. The response to that, she runs out in the field. He has to save her life. He ends up hurting himself to protect her because he feels guilt about the fact that he separated her from her father because of his unresolved trauma and his negative issues. Mm-hmm. So she is experiencing Stockholm Syndrome.
Amen.
He is traumatized because of his upbringing. Amen. And it's nice that their relationship is cute and well animated, but there are several problems.
Amen. Mm-hmm.
So that also happens too. Men, traumatized men grow up. Traumatized men grow up to be poor, emotionally managed adults, and then women develop Stockholm Syndrome when they encounter their traumatized behavior. So So that's something that definitely happens in our real life. And then they have really beautiful weddings, just like in the film.
Boom! Hallelujah. Y'all hit preaching.
But also, I'm sorry, completely and totally separate from that, think about all the people who were affected. Because, like, the teapot, that whole family, all of these people who are, first of all, they're being negatively affected by this man's emotions, and they all are tiptoeing around his feelings. And there are men in families like that. Who...
I thought you was finna say a name. Oh, I thought you was finna say a name.
No.
Okay.
There are men in families like that who nobody knows how to deal with their feelings because they didn't teach them how to deal with their feelings when they were a child.
Yeah.
And so, but then women who have better backgrounds, who have better emotional stability, grow up and they end up with a man like that because they have the emotional stability, but they think in the same way someone gave it to them, they can give it to somebody else. That's all I'll say on that. But it's a real thing.
Hey!
That's the point. It's a very real thing.
See, I raised her well. What? Hello. Now we gotta just figure. You gotta take our own advice, girl. Take our own advice. Praise God. Oh. Don't nothing even need to be said. Hello.
Not throw a shoe. Thank you.
Hello. Hit her with the shoe right in the forehead. See, that's the problem. This is the problem.
Some people are attracted to broken lovers for selfish reasons.
That's not true. And the reason why I have to say that is because, well, if they have their own problem, meaning like say something that we don't like to acknowledge or talk about is that manipulation is something that's learned. It's not something that's learned intentionally. Perfect example. And again, not to put our personal business. We didn't have a great relationship with our father before he died. And in my teenage years, I started to realize that I had like some traits that I didn't like. Some like whatever, like some ways of speaking, some like, no, not too hard. But some ways of speaking, some whatnot.
I was agreeing.
No, I get it.
No,
I get it. But I was like, no, not too hard. But anyway, like some traits, some things that like I naturally could do. And like some of it you would say like, oh, she's just naturally a hustler. Or she's naturally this way or whatever. But some of it wasn't that way. And the way that I could like do people, it was almost in a way that was like, it was like unnecessarily aggressive. And I had, it took becoming an adult or like being able to look back and whatnot to go, why are you like that? You know what I mean? Like or whatever. And people used to always, you know, like you could sell ice to a polar bear, you could whatnot. But it was like, like I was finessing my way in and out of situations constantly. It wasn't something that I had to be taught how to do. It's something that I inherited. That doesn't mean it's not my problem anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or whatever. It's still my problem, even though I didn't mean to learn it. But sometimes the things that, like, if someone has been around manipulators or they've been manipulated, I mean, we were just talking about somebody who was in a relationship, right? If they've been manipulated or their parents are trash and their sibling is trash and they whatnot, they didn't sit down and go, let me learn how to manipulate. You know what I mean? Or whatever. It was something that they literally, it was the environment that they came from. So they had to, you know what I mean? So it's like, yes, it may be true that they are attracted to certain people for like specific or like predatory reasons, but that don't even mean that they know that they doing it. And that's what it was. It wasn't until I got around different people and I got around different whatnot that people went, I don't like that you do that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Being in a relationship and realizing like I am a person, when we was coming up, my mom is a person, God bless her, she's a great woman. But sometimes she would ask trap questions. Like questions like, you know what I mean? Like that will almost make you feel stupid. So we learned how to talk quickly. We learned how to come up with a, why haven't you done this amount of this or whatever? Or like if you would do something wrong. So you thought that that was the way that you needed to do. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
Like, did that towel walk to the windowsill?
That right there. The like, this ended up over there. So did it walk over there? Did it just end up over there? You know what I mean? Or whatever. Stuff like that. And it's like, again, a thing that's within our culture, so we don't even realize that we're doing it.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that I did something like that until I got into a relationship with somebody who was of a different culture. Not of a different race, but of a different culture. Because culture and race are different. You know what I mean? And I asked one of those, like, oh, so you thought the best way. And he went, there is no positive way to answer that question. You know what I mean? That's not going to make me look stupid. So I'm not going to do that. And I went, you ate a little bit, you know what I mean, or whatever. But it took me having to have it called for me to realize. So that's what I mean. Like, it's like, the reason why I don't think that's true is because that's like operates under the assumption that they even like that they know. And I didn't know because it was all I knew. You know what I mean? Once you know better, you can do better. But if you don't know, you don't know, you know?
Yes.
An unhappy, emotional, immature man will ruin your life faster than anything without even trying. Yeah.
I think the most important part is that they're not trying. It's effortless. It's effortless because it's a part of who they are.
Exactly. Mom slapped you with a towel because it wasn't damp. Oh, that's tough. That's really tough. Some people feel more validated when they are in proximity to toxic individuals, especially martyrs. Interesting.
Some people feel more validated.
Yeah, there are some people who definitely, like, when they feel better about themselves when they have a partner who's struggling, when they have a partner who's a project. When they think they can help somebody. But it's like, you're not their savior. I can't save you.
I can't save nobody.
I can't save you. And what's like, it's just, that's what it is. Like, I was just talking to a friend recently about dating people because everyone deserves a partner. Yeah. You deserve to date a partner. Yeah. Sometimes people date a project. Yeah. And it isn't narcissism. I don't think that that's narcissism. I don't. Some people genuinely, like, they think the way that they date in, like, the motherhood mind, or in the, like, where they're like, oh, I see they have a problem. And that's the easiest way for a woman to get into a situation, or anyone, to go, I see they have a problem. And as a friend, you like, I want to help with that problem. But the problem is, the longer you sit with somebody, time and attachment are directly aligned. Yeah. If you have a healthy attachment style, time and attachment are directly aligned. The longer I sit with you, I'm going to become attached to you. Even I could not like you initially, but after every day being in your face, getting a good morning text, whatnot, I'm going to get attached to you. And that's why it's so easy, so smart, or so, like, important to what you said, the Maya Angelou quote, believe them the first time. To go the first time, let me cut it. Let me not sit too much around you that much longer. So I'm not, you know what I mean, getting attached when there's nothing there. Mm-hmm. But that's what it is. It's like that. I think that some people genuinely, like, without any narcissistic qualities or any narcissistic intentions, they can go, like, there's something about you that I think I can help you fix. Mm-hmm. But the problem is, it can evolve into, I need to fix you. And the problem is, the longer you sit there, your brain starts to go, okay, either I have to let this go and I have to accept that I couldn't fix it, or I need to stay here and I need to give it more, and I need to, you know what I mean, whatever. And we was just talking yesterday about how sometimes letting it go means that you took a L, and it's really, really hard to accept that. Like, once a woman has done too much in a relationship, at some point she realizes that the only way that you can be paid back is in loyalty. If you never getting your money back. You thought you could help him, you thought you could fix him, you never getting your money back. Okay. You never getting your time back. No matter how much money you do get back, you'll never get that time back. Your money cannot buy back time. You like, you know what I mean, whatever, like, you're never getting the public opinion back, because especially if something that happened then embarrassed you in front of some people, you're never getting public opinion back. You're never, literally the only way your brain can see left is if I sit here long enough, and if we can say we made it in a year from now, then the resentment will be worth it, because the resentment is only worth it if we made it. If we didn't make it, I got to go back and I made a wrong decision here. I made a wrong decision there. I made a wrong decision there. But if I stay, those were just trials and tribulations on the path of a healthy relationship, of a happy relationship. And it's like you have to, if you accept that L, you have to go back and go, okay, I messed up everywhere. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, again, the original point that was like, some people don't intend to. I genuinely believe some people don't intend to.
Yeah.
It's not narcissism. You take on Drake. Oh, thank you. When you're busy fixing someone else's, you don't have to address your own. But that's the thing. I mean, most of the people get stuck fixing someone else because they don't even know their own.
Yeah.
Once you know your own, it's really easy. And that's another thing. I don't like that we throw around the term narcissistic. And thank you for saying that, Sean. Yes. I don't like that we throw away that around the term, because as a person who has worked with diagnosed narcissists, it ain't nothing like people think it is. And the first time somebody does something selfish or does something that they feel like is self-serving, they go, you're narcissistic. Narcissism is something that you actually have to be diagnosed with.
Yes.
And as a person who has worked many years with diagnosed narcissists, it ain't nothing like what y'all think it is. I promise you.
And you can be manipulative and not be narcissistic.
Exactly.
But it's like how
TK, who was that? Oh, hello.
It's like how a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square.
She said she went to Urbana. What's up? What's up? But that, yeah, no. And I'm like, narcissism, actual narcissism, is a lot scarier than people, I'm sure, think it is. Mm-hmm. I think that social media is beautiful and it's dangerous because so many people learn therapy speak and they just throw it around.
Yeah.
Like well, that looks like this or that looks like this. Like, you disassociating for a couple minutes did not mean you have DID. You putting yourself first does not mean you're a narcissist. Like, please stop.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
I mean, but if thinking you are helps you make those choices more often.
And that's what it is. Sometimes people self-diagnose to say, well, it's just my this.
But the problem actually is that you've been in an environment where nobody takes your needs seriously. You've been in an environment where no one ever takes a moment to validate your feelings. You've been in an environment where nobody supports you. And so now you feel like you need an extreme to be able to do those things.
Or the opposite, which is you have always been in an environment where you've never been checked.
Yeah.
You've never been checked. You've always been you've been entitled, you've been one thing, you were in another, and nobody beat you up. Mm. So it's just because I'm this. And so now that you're in a different community, it's because I'm this.
Yeah.
I don't care. You should have got beat up years ago. Like, be for real.
Let's talk about something else.
Something else.
Heavy. Talk. Oh. The way to your glory, Jesus.
This is what I gotta deal with.
Oh. That's my Anthony Hamilton riff. Oh.
Favorite shows? What's your favorite show right now? I don't watch
favorite show. Okay, I know it's no longer on the air, but The Blacklist. I just started watching Rick and Morty for the first time. I couldn't get into it. I've
never seen Rick and Morty.
I couldn't get into it, but someone showed me an episode that wasn't the first episode that I stopped watching it at. And I was like, oh, it's not half bad. I'm still uncomfortable with how often Rick has vomit on his face. It's like an abject reaction that I have that makes me very uncomfortable. But it's not as weird as some of the other things I've seen.
Questions about a show. Do you agree what people say about with what people say about BoJack Horseman? Because you rock with BoJack hard, right? Mm-hmm. People say people will be like, see it and be like, I'm scared to watch this show because I feel like it's going to change my life. Like, I'm scared of the person I'm going to become if I watch BoJack Horseman.
Yes.
Okay.
You should. Because, okay, so as a society, we have a problem where we justify the negative things that people do simply because we're seeing the story from their perspective. Mm-hmm. That's not okay. Something that I spoilers. Something that I really do appreciate about BoJack Horseman is that it is BoJack Horseman knows that he's doing some ridiculous things. They're like, he's like breaking laws. He keeps a bottle of alcohol in his refrigerator with like tick marks on it that have a different day of the week on them, and he drinks the bottle down to that point each day. Like, he's got problems. It doesn't change the fact that he was a bad person he was a bad horse doing bad things. But also, it's a lighthearted show. I think it's a great show.
I love how you just said a bunch of stuff that does not sound lighthearted at all, and then you're like,
I'm so sorry.
Such a lighthearted show.
I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. I think it's upbeat. Some facts that might have nothing to do with the show. When you work on an animated show and you do like voiceover work, there isn't usually like a table read with another show. Like when people work together in person, they need to hear how the lines interact, but they don't often do that for voiceover shows. Mm-hmm. BoJack Horseman made it a point that for every episode they did a table read. Mm-hmm. So all of the actors at one point got to hear what the whole episode sounded like, and then they went on to record the voiceovers. So I hear how you respond, I hear what you might say, how this might make you feel, and then we did the show. Also, there is each show, like if you look across all the seasons, the titles of each show covers every letter of the alphabet. So they have a show each that covers at least one letter. So I don't know if that was a weird way to explain that. I feel like I said it wrong.
No, I get it. Is that like the last show you watched that like changed your life?
Yeah. I mean, in all sincerity, when I watched it, I was a senior in high school. I was relatively depressed. Life was really, really hard. My family was going through something. My family was going through a lot of some things. And then I was going through things with like college applications and things like that. So it was just a lot of stuff. And it was, I considered it very meaningful. Also, it's just funny. It's a huge commentary on Hollywood and the things that we let actors, artists, and famous people get away with. I think independent of who BoJack Horseman is as a character, mm-hmm. you could appreciate it for those things because that's what it was written for. It was written to be a very abrasive commentary on Hollywood and the things that they do.
Okay.
But I think I enjoyed it very much, and I think other people should watch it. Sorry, that was a lot.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't even know what I would say was the last one. It's a couple that I think I wanted to have so much from them. I don't know. Like, I don't even know.
So how did it change your life?
No, I feel like if I get something from something, then it was just important. It was important. You know what I mean? So, like, the last shows, I don't know, On My Block. Mm-hmm. On My Block, like, some of the, like, grieving situations I related to. So that's what it is. It's, like, relatable, but it didn't, like, change my life. Mm-hmm. Before that, The Get Down. I'm still angry about The Get Down getting canceled. Mm-hmm. It was a whole lot of things that I feel like people needed to see in The Get Down. And there was that. But the last show, I would probably say, like, I gained, like, a whole lot from, especially just in, like, psychological concepts and whatnot, is probably The Good Place. Yeah. The Good Place was, like, a lot. Like, it was a lot. But I'm trying to think. Like, I can't even think of, like, a show recently that I saw it and I was like, wow, this is, like, you know.
No, I did not watch Dear White People. But somebody asked, how did BoJack Horseman change my life?
Yeah, I didn't watch Dear White People either. My bro, actually, Justin Simeon, was on the writing or whatever. Production.
Yeah. I think BoJack Horseman was just really, really creative. Mm-hmm. And I appreciated the level of creativity, and I hadn't seen that much creativity in a single project in a long time. At that time in my life, I was taking an acting class where I was the only student. And And I asked the teacher specifically to only assign me material that would drastically affect my worldview. And so I read plays that were crazy. I was reading a lot of different material. And I guess it was like BoJack Horseman was an emotional cookie for me in that time. It was like a palate cleanser. But it was beautiful. Even the references they make in the story, the way things are written. You can look at shots in the animation and the greater scope of things, and there are like Easter eggs throughout, and it was really a beautiful piece of material. It's a solid show because the creative quality, the storyline, and I think it expanded my capacity to create simply because I saw it. There were things that I didn't know you could do as a writer that I got to see and explore. And so that was cool.
I think what I liked the most about The Good Place is that it made me read. Like, some of the theories that they had about consumption and like the whole system by which they gave people points or took away points or whatever for doing one thing or not doing another thing and whatnot, and what determined what was a good person. And how, like, there's an episode where if you go back through time or whatever and you look, it's like, he asks, like, when was the last time someone actually got into the good place? And when you did the math and when you look back, the last time someone got into the good place lined up with when it is theorized that capitalism began because there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. So there was, like, one person who they, like, got something that was somebody else's, like, stole it, threw it away, something like that, and they gained points. But it was because of the fact that, like, the thing that they stole had, like, elements in it that were, like, unethically sourced or, like, stolen or something like that. And then there was another one that, like, they bought their mother flowers. And it's like, okay, they lost, like, 30, 40 points. But it was because of the fact that, like, the flowers were grown in a plantation that is in Mexico where no one is, you know what I mean, whatever. So it was like, there was no way. It was like literally no one had made it into the good place from the moment capitalism started, because everything after that, it hit the bottom, you know, whatever. And that's what it was. But also some of the, like, more intense, like, philosophical content that Chidi was talking through. He was just talking about real casually. That was actually really intense stuff or whatever. What is it? It's the speech, like a real speech that was like, what we owe to each other. Like, going through and actually reading those, it was like I understand why he was having that crisis now. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's like, it's made for you to be like, oh, this is funny, and these are characters that are really, really annoying and kind of relatable. But of the four, unfortunately, like, of, like, the main characters 4 or 5, because there's, like, Jason, who is, like, the, like, slow Tahiti or whatever, and then there's Eleanor Shellstrop, Chidi, and then, like, Janet, and you know what's his face, but also Ted Danson, because I love him. But specifically Chidi, of those, Chidi was the one I related the most to, and I feel like people would think it's Eleanor because I'm so, like, nothing matters, you know what I mean? But it was definitely Chidi. Did you guys watch Lovecraft Country? I did not. I've not gotten around to it. People have told me I should have watched it, but this is my thing. I get really, really upset. First of all, I wait until things are over to watch them a lot of the time, so I have to, like, be caught by something. The Good Place caught me, and that's why I watched it when it was coming out. But that's a huge problem, because that's how I got 10 years behind, literally, on Power. I'm literally 10 years behind. But when I was going to start watching it, it went off. I usually wait like a season or so because I don't like waiting for episodes. I don't like waiting for seasons. So I was like, okay, I'm finna get into it. And then it was off the air. So I was like, dang, you know? Have y'all seen Beef? That was a fast show that shifted my mindset. I've never seen Beef.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah.
Is that new one with the guy from, like, Shameless in it?
I never saw Shameless. My best friend loves Shameless.
I love Shameless.
Libras. But yeah, I don't know nothing about it. What's your favorite old show?
Old show? Like sitcom?
Just generally. You know what I really didn't realize how much I liked? King of the Hill.
King of the Hill is great.
King of the Hill is actually really
is great.
solid. And then all the shows we watched as kids in the projects.
Yeah.
Well, the other day I walked past and baby girl Judy was watching Cyber Chase. And I was like, is that Hacker? Like, and that was a solid theme song too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was wild. I think my favorite animated show of all time is Phineas and Ferb.
Yes.
Phineas and Ferb was, and then Phineas and Ferb's music.
Yeah.
All of it.
A-G-L-E-T, Aglet, don't forget it. Don't forget it.
What's your favorite Phineas and Ferb song?
Phineas and Ferb song? That's so hard.
Never saw Manifest.
Yeah, me either. Sorry.
I think it's, for me, the... What is it? I should have known by how I felt when we were together, and even more when we were apart. You tiptoed in and you got under my skin. You snuck your way right into my heart. Guitar. No, but that's my song. You snuck your way right into my song. Love Handle. Like, what an amazing band was that? Like, come on now. It was so fire. It was so fire.
City Girl remix.
That's so annoying.
What is that?
Have y'all watched Avatar: The Last Airbender? I have.
Bro.
I have. I don't play
Avatar: The Last Airbender is great.
No, Disney was really in their bag. So I got to talk to the guy who was the voice of
reality TV. Are you okay?
I'm a reality TV. Yeah, we didn't. Attack on Titan was wild because why would people die like that in the very first? I literally have watched one episode of Attack on Titan.
Yes.
And I was like,
I was there when you watched that one episode, and I never went and watched it again.
Literally, like you were walking in the room like why would somebody chomp on a character like that? And I can't deal. But anyway,
I like Remember the Titans.
And my kids, I'm so dead. My kids, like my students, love that show. Like Attack on Titan. They like Attack on Titan. I'm like, people die.
Yes.
Like it's so serious. But anyway,
yes.
I can't do it.
It's giving Squid Game.
I couldn't finish Squid Game.
I finished it. Squid Game was good. It was
it started to feel too real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started watching Squid Game around the time when, if y'all don't know, there was a case that happened really, really close to us. Jelani Day was somebody that I knew. He lived in a city just over from us or whatever. Danville, whatnot. We all were really cool. Like, we got pictures of him on our track at our high school and whatnot. It was, like, really, really nuts. But I started watching it around the time when people was looking for him. You know, whatnot. And it was just really, really tricky, like, or whatever, or, like, wild to me to try to, like, conceptualize that people just get snatched up and we never see him again. You know what I mean? Like, it just was too real. Like, that was Brittany's older sister.
Oh.
Brittany's older sister went to prom with bro. You know what I mean? Or whatever, like, he... You know what I mean? We all been, like, cool. And we'll never really know what happened to Jelani Day. Like, we'll never know, but he's gone, you know, and that was a whole lot for me. I couldn't finish it. I don't honestly think I'm ever going to finish it if you're going to be in for real. So there's that. But,
what's a hill you gonna die on?
A hill I'm gonna die on?
It's not it ain't gotta be the tallest hill in the world.
Okay.
But like, a hill you would die on.
I don't know.
Let's let it be a lighthearted hill.
I don't know. It's a couple of them. You know, it's a couple hills that I'm going to rot on. I don't know. What about Euphoria? I've never seen Euphoria. People say it's good. It's a character on there that I really, really like. Like, I would watch it because of that person. And I don't know if I like her. I just like her eyeliner. I think it's like, her name is, in real life, it's like Alexa Demi or something like that. I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to die on the hill that says that Gatsby, like the great Gatsby was a psychopath.
Amen.
But that's not like a high hill. It's just a hill, you know?
Yeah.
Could be.
I'm going to die on the hill that says that...
That's Allura.
Hey! I'm going to die on the hill that says that everything could have been fixed in X-Men in Jean's life if the professor had known anything about trauma-informed care.
Oh, yeah. That's not a high hill at all.
It's not a very high hill.
That's not a high hill at all.
But
I think that everything could have been
fixed
fixed in Twilight if everybody had just acknowledged that she was a necrophiliac, and we could have moved on.
All jokes aside.
I'm giving us 15 more.
Okay.
But I think that if we had just acknowledged, like, you want to sleep with this dead man or whatever, we could have moved on.
Dead rising up. Gotta get a coffee cup. I fell so fast asleep. I was laying in the bed for a week. I woke up tasting things, and I didn't want to change a thing. And that's when I found out I ate people. Oh, I used to eat people. They said it was illegal.
Where did this come from?
Don't take me to no church that ain't got a steeple. Cause all you had to eat was a little bit of booty meat. And that's what she found out. She wanted to eat people.
Did you just
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Why would that just be sitting in a brain cavity that I have?
Y'all, people be like, oh my God, like, it's such a gift to be able to just, like, make up a song or, like, whatever, like, to be musically inclined. Do y'all know how annoying this person is?
I want to make up a song. It won't take very long. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. Especially if you're wearing a thong. Jesus, he can make you strong, but it might take very long.
Like, I knew it wasn't
so you
over.
may as well just sit and listen to the song. Ah! Just listen to the song. Ah! Listen to the song. I miss you too. And I hope that it won't take you very long.
Okay, I'm finna punch you in like just a couple seconds.
Please don't put your hands on me. I don't want to go to sleep. You may as well just sit and listen to the song. Jump solo. I'm kidding.
And you would think that now that we're older, it would be over.
No.
But it's not. It never ends.
No.
You remember that Katy Perry song? Just because it's over doesn't mean it's really over. Like, I don't care what note. It's a couple white women who, like, they had some slaps. Katy Perry, freaking, what was that song? Last Friday night. Like, she had slaps. Also, you can't tell me nothing about Taylor Swift. Like, a lot of people, especially on the lives, they be like, oh my God, like, what is Taylor Swift? Taylor Swift is so fire.
Because is that a compliment for me?
Your hair is fire. I mean, it could be either of us. Probably
My
me.
hair, fire.
Probably me, I ain't gonna lie.
If you black, we in sync.
Bye, bye, bye. West! That's my side.
Throw it up and I'ma put it down until I die.
Anyway,
And by
anyway.
West, I mean the Midwest. Amen.
But anyway, Katy has some bops. I feel like Taylor Swift got a couple. She got bops. What? You don't believe that? I never miss a beat.
There's a short hill I would die on. I do
I'm
not
lying
believe
on my
Taylor's.
feet.
Okay. So
But that's not what I'm saying.
I think that's like
Ooh,
one.
That's what I'm saying.
But like I know.
No, she got more than one bop. Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I've been waiting. Are you serious?
I don't know that we should include songs before the change.
What's the change?
When
did
she
change?
stopped being a country music artist.
Shake It Off was after. Also, goodbye. You were bigger than the whole sky. You were more than just a short time.
You see how she started worshiping goodbye.
You were bigger than the whole
Oh,
sky.
Jesus.
Shake It Off. I don't care. Shake It Off was a slap. I don't care. Wildest dreams of
She was off key on the record.
You're not lying though. That I can't be mad at you for that specifically.
Maybe for other people.
No, I think she can write. I think what's crazy is that the same songs that she be singing, she did wrote the heck out them songs. Mm-hmm. But the voice, some of them require a more powerful voice, in my opinion. Like if she wrote a song for Beyonce, which I know she's done before, it would hit because it's Beyonce.
Yeah.
You know, but...
Yeah. So maybe she shouldn't be the voice singing the music? I don't know. But that ain't my business.
But that's a whole nother thing. It's a difference between not like... You can't say that someone can't sing because you don't like them or that you don't like their vocal texture or something like that.
That's
For
fair.
example, it's a couple people that like, they can sing, but I don't like their voice specifically.
Understandable.
You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna say no names just in case, but...
Crown Katiba.
I was so very done with you. An example, I will give an example just because she like already canceled and I don't know if she ever coming back. I would never say that Lizzo can't sing.
Lizzo was canceled?
Girl, apparently, yeah. We're gonna have to talk about it off camera, but yeah, she got some suits, like some lost kind.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why Lizzo's shaming on the scene for real.
Wow.
Girl, they broke her soul. They broke her soul. And she telling everybody. Yeah, it's bad, apparently. But anyway, we're gonna have to talk about that. But anyway, I would never say that Lizzo can't sing. I don't think that I'm a fan of her vocal texture.
You know who I feel like can't sing no more?
Who?
Kesha. Have you heard any of her new music?
No.
She was like, mine is
the way that
like
the way that Jay just reacted to Taylor Swift is how I just reacted to Kesha. Like, because I think that it was a time period. Like, I won't say she didn't have slaps back then, but I never thought about Kesha. Like when you talking about the girls that can sing, Kesha would never come out my mouth.
Yeah. Have you?
Hello, blank space. So we're gonna be forever. Oh, we're gonna go down in flames.
Jesus.
You can tell that it's over. Cause the high was worth it. Got a whole list of excitement. They'll tell you everything. Cause I got a blank space, baby.
And I'll write Jesus' name.
It's so annoying.
Oh, yes. Woo! Shabalaba.
You know how they could never sing? And I don't know why the world played in our face. Like, I love her as a person, but I don't know why the world was trying to play in our face.
Who?
Britney Spears. I think that... I mean, love her as a person. Understand she went through a lot. She went through a whole lot. But do not ever play in my face like that. Because...
When you crack that whip, everybody gonna treat you just like a circus.
Did she really think I said whip?
Just stand there watching
because it was about a circus. You know, my problem is my slavery senses start tingling every single time anybody say something like that. So like for real, you will not even be talking about nothing like that. Like it's a circus. I know they use whips, but the second you say whip, it's like
when you crack that, everybody gonna trip.
You know what I mean? My slavery senses be.
My slavery senses.
Like I can't do it. It's something about them. But yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I think that they played in our face. They played real hard in our
smile in your face.
I'm trying to think of somebody else. So like people like really. I feel like it's always, you know what? Sometimes I be feeling like it's the opposite way though. Like a lot of the times recently, I'll be like, wow, they can really sing, but they're not getting no attention. As opposed to, wow, they really can't sing and they're getting a whole lot of attention. I think that singing is finally a field where you can't get into if you can't do it anymore.
You cannot join in. You got to be born in. This is the music industry.
But anyway, like I think we finally at the point where like now rap, if we can finally get rap there, where if you can't rap, you can't get on the track. Oh my God, it'll be a good time. It'll be a great time. But I think that
how do we feel about Christina?
Christina?
Oh, yeah. Oh God, no. So I guess that's how we feel about Christina Aguilera.
I won't say that Christina Aguilera can't sing. But I think that she is the kind of singer, you know how like when they realize they don't have anything to show off, so they show off everything at the same time? That's what it is. I think that she realized she could growl, and then there was nothing else.
Like, I don't know. And I hate how much people try to make Christina Aguilera seem challenging. Like, the burlesque riff, saying, yeah, 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 is not hard.
It's not.
It just takes having a developed understanding of how scales work. Well,
Yeah.
not even scales. You can just listen and repeat it. That's how I learned it. Makes me imagine the Clark sisters covering.
I don't. First of all, no Clark sisters disrespect will be tolerated.
Again.
But I think that the Clark sisters understand music so very well. But also, we just saw them live like a month ago. But the Clark sisters understand music theory so very well. So very well. I don't think that anything that they sung, it wouldn't matter. It would just sound good. There is nothing. I mean, there's nothing to be done. Britney reminds me of Madonna. Yeah, Madonna was an attitude. Madonna was a feeling. She was never a singer. No, whoa. Be careful. Cher, be careful. Now, that's the thing. Cher is a third row, second alto. Second row, maybe third row.
Second row?
Third row.
Third? No.
She's a third row alto too.
I don't know. I really love Cher's voice.
I don't think that we hate Cher's voice at all, but I would be lying if I ever said Cher did something vocally and I was like, do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say,
Come on, keep praising.
Are you going to see him?
Yeah.
You going? Okay.
Keep your praise always. Keep on, keep praising. Keep on, keep praising. Keep on, keep praising. Keep on praising. Keep on, keep praising. Keep on, keep praising. After love, after love, after love.
Why does that work so well? I hate you.
I don't know that it actually works.
No, but it does though.
I think it's December 17th. He's gonna be
December 17th. I think he's in like Bloomington.
No, it's not Chicago.
No, he's on tour. Fred is on tour. We've already seen Fred, but I low-key want to see him again.
With like Todd Delaney and
I think it's Fred Hammond, Todd Delaney, Vashawn Mitchell, Hezekiah Walker.
yes, I also wish Kelly Rowland got more recognition.
Well, I don't wish that.
Oh,
And that sounds disrespectful. It does, but it's not disrespectful.
honey,
Celine
give her a
Dion.
chance.
Celine Dion does get all of the recognition she deserves. In my opinion. Chill. Celine Dion definitely gets all the recognition she deserves. She's like vocally untouchable. Kelly Rowland. Okay, so the reason why I won't say that Kelly Rowland is not a top tier singer, I will not say that.
Amen.
But I think that Kelly Rowland has not done much work. And I'm not gonna say that she don't do no work. That's not true at all. But like people will be like, Kelly Rowland should be just as famous as Beyonce, but it's like Kelly Rowland had a whole lot going on in her personal life, which is why she couldn't work. You know what I mean? Like she had relationships with like domestic. She had like, she was going through it. So people will be like, she should be just as famous. Beyonce has uninterrupted at one point was on tour for 21 years.
Yeah.
So it's like you cannot even, it's not comparable. It doesn't make sense. Do you like Shakira? I like Shakira's voice.
Lole. I love Shakira.
Yeah, I rock with Shakira. She also is like an unproblematic icon. I think the only weird thing she's never done is like evade the taxes. And I respect that. Because they be playing. Financial. You can never make me hate a celebrity over financial issues with the government. Because the government be playing.
They do.
Like, they be playing. Been loving myself a little more ever since coming across. Oh. That's why it's not her page. Like, what's going on?
It's not, sorry. I'm Mr. Rage.
For people, again, her name is Jalen, period, Hope. Thoughts on Jasmine Sullivan? I love Jasmine Sullivan's voice. I would never, ever, ever, no one should ever say that she can't sing. Because it don't make sense.
Indeed.
What I will say, though, is that I am not Jasmine Sullivan's target audience.
Absolutely not.
Some of the stuff that she say on songs, I will never be able to relate to.
Amen.
Like the last album, she was saying a whole lot about, like, paying men's bills. And, like, I'll do this for you if you... And I was like, oh, wow.
What?
This is where I hop off the train.
Indeed.
You know? We love her. She can sing her butt off. I listen to her old stuff. You know, it's in rotation. Like her old stuff or whatever I really rock with. But, okay, so SZA, I think because I'm younger, I can relate more to SZA.
Fantasia or Jasmine.
Fantasia and Jasmine are not comparable. We won't honor that question.
From a distance.
Yeah, no. I actually rock with SZA. I didn't realize how hard I rock with SZA until my Spotify rap came out. She's like my fourth most listened to. I was like, girl, did you go through one? I feel like I went through one breakup and then got on like a SZA bender or something like that.
I just killed my ex. Not the best idea. Killed his girlfriend next. How'd I get you?
I couldn't get with SZA because I don't fall in love like that. I respect that.
That's 1,000.
I don't listen to. You know what? I don't know much Summer Walker. I think I know like 3 Summer Walker songs. But what song was it? Summer Walker. Have you ever heard "Throw It Away"? I threw it all away. That's Billy Joel. I'm pretty sure. Be for real. Be so for real. Billy Joel has got some slaps.
He threw it all away.
Ooh. But anyway, Brandy or Monica? Brandy. Next.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's not that hard.
Sorry, Monica.
No, that's the thing. Monica is, her discography is fire. Brandy's voice it's Brandy. Be for real.
It is Brandy, indeed.
Like, it's not, I don't even understand why that comparison keeps being made. But how, have you guys ever listened to Nao? I've heard one Nao song.
All I know is Nao.
The only Nao song that I know is, I hope you find your way. Sorry we couldn't make it. Have you ever heard the song?
I don't know who
it's
Nao
like,
is.
I guess I'll wait another lifetime.
I know about Neo, but I can't name one of his
That's
songs.
my biggest beef with her. I know that one song, but the reason why I only know that one song is because on that record, she was very intentionally off key.
Ooh.
And I don't know if I don't know if it was intentionally. I like to believe it was intentionally because she does this like she does. It's like it would be one thing if she fell down,
but she don't get back up.
But we fall down
and can't get up.
Yo, hello, but you know what I mean. It was like that. It's yeah. I don't know if she did that on purpose. It was conflicted with me. Very conflicted with me. SMB tried to say Beyonce or Rihanna. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. Beyonce or Rihanna is not a comparable. Beyonce, there is no comparable. Beyonce and Usher are the only like celebrities right now that are comparable to each other in terms of anything.
I think so, yeah.
In terms of artistry, in terms of sales, in terms of like whatnot. Usher,
even the ones she coached are not comparable to her.
No, not yet. But it's because Beyonce is a like borderline a machine. If you haven't seen the Renaissance movie, go see it.
Please.
Go see it. It's amazing. I got my poster at the theater. They had like these little 8x10 posters or whatever. I got mine already framed. But yeah, we're only going to be on here for a couple more minutes. It's been really, really lovely being on live with all of y'all. As, you know, it's so rare. We never get to do anything together. Yeah. But she's at my crib. So we've been like kicking it. Her tag name is at Jalen Hope. She is an improv musician. She is fire at it. Theater person, theater major. That's what she does. Extremely musically talented, and she rocks with the Lord. So if you want the Lord and whatnot, you can go on over to her page. Because I'm a city girl, you won't get it over here. If there was like, you know, the little like angel demon situation, like little things that be sitting on your shoulders, she would be the angel. We love her. We love her to death.
Thank you. Thank you.
But yeah, it's been lovely being here with y'all. We've been on here for an hour and a half, just vibing, you know. So glad we got you as well. I hope you have a lovely day. We're just gonna hop off. Follow her at Jalen Hope. Jalen.Hope?
I think it's Jalen.Hope.
Jalen period Hope, question mark. And if you can't find her, that's fine. Because you can go to my page where she went viral. And supermodel, plus size supermodel, Tess Holiday, reposted her video. Where she improv made up some songs on our Thanksgiving. It was really great. If you can't find her, it should be actually really easy to find her because it's like super, like the videos ran up, so you should be able to see the video. Follow her. We love her. And that's it. It's us. But yeah. Any final words? My name is Ingo Montoya.
Let us pray. Lord! I'm kidding.
Was that really your final words? That's it?
No. Thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Peace, love, and soul. You know what I mean? Like, But yeah, this will probably never happen again. It took us I've been creating since 2020. It took us 3 years to even get here. So y'all got about 3 years until we'll be on live together again. Unless we made it a thing.
Call it like the coffee talk on Saturday.
Girl, we gotta get a better name than that. I don't know.
I don't mind coffee talk.
We should call it WAP, Wasted Academic Potential.
Wasted academic potential? It can't just be wasted ass potential?
No.
I don't mind that. Wasted ass potential.
Okay, all right, for real. We love y'all. This is Jalen Holt, my little sister, and I am Aricia Grace, the City Girl Scientist. All right, we'll see y'all. Bye.